What's up, guys? Nate Petrosky from Narrowway Homestead. I'm here at the other homestead. There's a way homestead is what I'm calling it. And I'm checking out the roof. I'm gonna go over the roof, some of the outside plans for this thing. And I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm replacing some more stuff than I was originally planning. All right, guys, so pretty much everything on the second floor here is demoed out, at least good enough to see. I think all these purlins, I thought most of them were pretty good, but I've done this sort of thing before. So once you start getting up there and start ripping off sheets of metal and everything else, it's quite likely I'm going to find, let me see if I can find you guys a good example. And there's a great example. That's, yeah, no, and it's just, it has gotten so hot. it's almost charred. Yeah, and these are like, I'm pretty sure, I don't have a tape measure here that I know of. I'm pretty sure these are like 7/8 pieces. It's good quality, but if I'm going to replace just a couple of them, it probably just makes sense to tear them all off and do 2x4s. Run 2x4s everywhere. So I have plans for a roofer to be coming very soon, actually. So I'm going to have to inform him of that, in addition to putting, yeah, just getting that material here, getting some extra people here to help out with the whole process. I'd love for this roofing process to be really, really quick. And I think it can be. We just have to have all the preparation done. I've gone over the inside of the house a bunch in some other videos. Nothing's really changed in here. Outside though, things have been happening. All kinds of debris and stuff piled up. A really, really sweet staircase. All right, maybe a semi-sweet staircase. No, it's sweet, who am I kidding? 40-yard dumpster, probably has 30 yards of material in it. But I'm thinking more about the outside and more about the roof of this place. Think possibly, I don't know if I'm going to replace baseboards. They don't seem that bad. Cap them in aluminum, make sure water never gets on them anymore. We'll see how well they're fastened. Vines are dying off of the house. All that vegetation stuff's been dealt with. The metal roofing. The metal roofing has arrived. This is the ridge cap. It's obviously the part that goes on the peak. For those of you not real familiar with metal, these pieces, these are 16 foot long. Plenty long. The roof is 14 feet, but my luck it'll be 14 foot 3 inches in some spot or something. So you may as well just get a little bit longer pieces, cut them off. And I have the I don't even know what they call this stuff. These are the pieces that trim out. They go over top of the metal and then down onto the gable end. So it'll come partially down this baseboard here. I'm starting to think a lot more about the outside of the house. One of the things I've definitely been thinking about is windows, and it pretty much puts me into, you know, I'm not going to leave an exposed block on the outside like it is now. I mean, it's kind of got stucco on it. I'm not going to just re-stucco it. Probably going to do siding, and this chimney is probably just going to get like a sticky stone or something. I can barely hold this camera. Like a sticky stone or something. These windows and stuff are way too big. There used to be a one-room schoolhouse. They go up into what's now the second floor. I'm ripping out the second floor, but I am putting it back in there. Just building it in a way that it'll be less collapsy, because that's important to me. So the outside is just going to be all crazy and patchwork. The windows all get downsized to something that fits and makes more sense. Probably just going to do lath, which is, I'm trying to remember, not everybody watching my channel is not like a construction person, so if you know what I'm talking about, bear with me while I explain to people who aren't sure. But something like this, just 3/4 boards, and they would get a concrete screw Tapcon and fasten every 16 inches. It would be like doop 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 doop. Anyway, You do that, and then you have to use smaller nails, but you can just put siding up and run nails right to it. So you notice the roofing I chose is a light gray color. I think the siding color would end up being like a dark gray, just kind of a neutral tone. I chose light gray for the roof because the lighter the metal, the less heat is transferred to the inside of the property from the sun. So that's pretty much the plan. That's what I'm thinking about doing, but it's just been a process of getting everything demoed out, and honestly, like, I haven't done much of the demo work myself at all. Will survives, his cameraman Jesse's been helping out with that, Axel and Misty, a couple other people that have been helping me out with this. I did hire a employee part-time as well. Jen works for me full-time. I hired a part-time employee. He's been helping me out, doing stuff, just kind of filling in here and there. One thing I do have to highlight, if you guys have seen previous videos, you know how much debris was here. You couldn't even see dirt. I just got to highlight how good of a job everybody's doing, particularly Axel and Misty, on just cleaning up stuff like this is just awful. Not too hard to find a spot that they haven't fooled with yet. Yeah, cleaning up stuff like this is terrible, and they've made it look like this, which is phenomenal, and it takes a lot of time. This place is definitely coming along. It's coming along a little bit faster than I anticipated, just because I have so many people willing to help out and get their hands into it. I think everybody, with what they've been doing, has just been having fun so far. Otherwise, they just quit coming back here. This entire project is supposed to help me eventually fund a homestead school, and what I'm finding to be really, really cool is a variety of people that are homesteading have their hands in this, and they're helping out in some way or another. And in some ways, I've kind of got a homestead school kind of started already. We're just kind of starting more on like a renovation type of thing. I really shouldn't call it a homestead school. It's more of a community effort. I think a variety of people totally believe in my vision that I have, and everybody that's here is being compensated in some way or another. So it's not just totally, yeah, because everything's just in my name. So like the people that are here, whether it's bartering, trading, normal compensation, there's something going on to make sure that they feel like it's worth it, and not just here. Yeah, whatever. But it's really cool to see, and maybe this homestead school idea I have is gonna kind of happen with this property. And I was thinking this property was just going to be something to fund it, but I think it's going to end up happening with this property in a way or another, which is really cool. Makes me more excited about it because it's such a long-term goal or vision. But it's just really cool how many people want to get their hands involved with it. So thanks to everybody who's helping out. Appreciate you. And if you want to help out with it, if you have a siding company or anything else that you want to get shouted out, I'm more than willing to work something out with you. If not, we'll just plug along as we have been. But I just want to give an opportunity for some of that stuff. You know, if nobody reaches out and is interested, that's totally fine. It just take longer, and again, I'm not in any rush. But the amount of people that do roofing reached out blew my mind. I hope I remember to at least get back with everybody that reached out too. But I think I got a roofer lined up. I think it's going to be happening sooner rather than later. I'm just really excited how much of a community seems to be getting built just around this project. It's really cool. A lot of local people, neighbors of this place just seem to love everything that's going on. Seem to love Will. All the folks around here seem to like me too, which is also awesome. There's a property across the street. Got to meet that fella. I believe he's a doctor. He's planning to make this his forever retirement home. Come here and kind of live rurally and do sort of a homestead type of thing. So it's just neat. This area is awesome. It's really the reason I bought this property, is because of the location, not because I just loved the lay of the land or just loved the house or any of that. Just the location and type of neighborhood, if you can call an area this rural, a neighborhood, I'm not sure, but I'm calling it that. Rural community, if you will. I'm just really excited about this project. It's just kind of taking a life of its own. Lots of hands are getting involved, and people seem to be having so much fun being involved with it. That means more to me than actually being, really rapid on the progress or anything like that. But I'm just loving how this went. No regrets on purchasing this property. It was definitely the right move to make. Can't wait to see it keep getting transformed. I have to remember to spend enough time on my homestead to keep that going the way it's supposed to, because there's a lot of projects happening there too. But everybody that's had their hands involved here, thank you so much. You're helping me be able to manage both of these projects at the same time. It's so cool. Can't wait to see what this turns into, and I can't wait someday in the future to start a really cool homestead school, and maybe I'll do it on this property at first. It's not very big. It's 3.5 acres. It's hard to do many people, but starting small on a almost sample size, if you will, is not a bad plan at all before you try to do anything on some kind of grand scale. So thanks for watching. Thanks for participating. Appreciate you all, and I will catch you in the next one.
And the vision narrates his life, cutting firewood, draining beasts away from city strife. The ducks they roam freely, a quiet army true. Moscovit's in the